Okay, so we're doing the Lyons on Lyons analysis from a deer blind this morning. Last night the Eagles put a whooping on the Lions 16-9. The score was not reflective of how badly our offensive line looked going against that Philly defense. That said, if we don't turn the ball over in our own red zone and go for a fourth down with our punt team on the field against their safe punt team defense on the field, and JMO doesn't straddle the field goal post and cost us a point, we're in that game right up to the end, like we were anyway. And there was a horrible pass interference call, and yeah, we should have gotten the ball back. I'm not sure we would have done anything with it at that point based on what we'd done so far. However, if they had somehow pulled out a touchdown at the end, went for two, and won that game, what would the narrative be this morning? Detroit is tough. They're resilient. They hung in there. Jared Goff had beaten up the whole game, and he came back. My point to that is it's a long season. They look horrible offensively, but it's one game in a long marathon, and they don't hand out gold medals at the 50-meter mark in the 100-meter dash. So we're about halfway through this thing, a little over halfway. We're 6-4. We are not one of the top teams on paper right now by any means. There's teams in the NFC that look a lot better, including the Chicago Bears, who at this point would have thought the Bears would be in first place in our division. Unreal. So it's a long season. All is not lost. Our defense played amazing. I thought our defense played championship level football, gave us every chance to win, and but the offense just couldn't hold up their end of the bargain. So Jameer Gibbs was a bright spot on offense. Beyond that, they covered Amon-Ra like fly on what. Goff was just uncomfortable the whole game. Never could get his feet set. I mean, you've never seen him. I mean, he's a 74% passer, and he was 37% last night. I thought Philly's D-line was just dominating. 4, 5 batted balls at the line. I mean, Jalen Carter and drawing a blank on the other big D tackle, but amazing up front, and they caused problems all night. So tip of the cap to Philly. They look like the bullies on the block, and we didn't have an answer for them. So, but off to next week, you got the Giants. You should be able to get well at home, and then continue on down the path. I think when we looked at this game on paper at the beginning of the year, you weren't expecting to win in Philly. It would be a great win. It was a costly loss when it comes to playoff positioning because it effectively puts us 3 games behind the Eagles now. They're 2 games up with a tiebreaker. So what that tells you is playoff-wise, you got to go through Philly unless somebody else sort of knock them off. But, they'd have to play a lot better, obviously. But, again, 1-score game, and we couldn't have been any worse on offense. So it's just a quick analysis. That's kind of my thoughts on it. I'm looking at this deer plot here. I'm waiting for the big buck to come out and try to end the season here on a Monday morning. Get my buck and go home and get back to work with Mitch Lyons Wealth. So thanks for tuning in, and don't forget, check out our website, MitchLyonsWealth.com, for a lot of free content. My book, a copy of the Retirement Deception, documentary about retirement, or just join our newsletter. But again, thanks for joining in, and we'll talk to you next week.